Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's again Only Best, and guys, you're welcome to Only Best Beauty Patente B. So guys, in today's video is the continuation of Signale di Pericolo. We treated the first part in our last lesson. So if you're just coming across my video, please go back to my previous video and watch so that you understand what we are doing, where we are coming from, and where we're actually going to. Okay, and if you have not shared my video, please do it to share. Okay, because you sharing is going to get it's going to get to other Africans. Okay, now it's going to help them to get their license as well. Okay, be a sharer. Okay, let everybody partake. I want everybody to partake in this particular lesson. Okay, here we teach you in English, making it easier for you to understand. Okay. Now, we are not adding anything inside and we are not subtracting. We are giving you just as it is in the theory lesson. Okay. And a little time from now, I'll be adding some practicals, some things you should know when you're doing your practical and all that. But for now, let us based on this theory. Let us understand it better if I start introducing more videos, guys. Okay, let's get started. In today's video, we'll be talking about Signale di Pericolo, like I said, and number one on my list is CURVA, pericolosa a destra. Now, you usually see these things on the road, right? Now, when you see this sign, what is it telling you? It's Signale di Pericolo. Usually, it tells you 150 ahead of a danger. Now, when you see it like this and you see this sign going to your right, it's telling you of a curve by your right, 150 ahead of where you're seeing this particular sign. When you see it just like this, you know them by their sign, their shape, their color, their background. Okay, when you see it like this, know it's Signale di Pericolo, warning you ahead of this particular road. È un segnale di pericolo che preannuncia di norma a 150 metri una curva pericolosa a destra. It tells you of a dangerous curve to your right. O sia un tratto di strada non rettilineo, that means the road is not straight. Pericoloso per ridotta visibilità, it is not straight and it's dangerous because it reduces your visibility. Può essere integrato con un pannello con la scritta tornate. Now, when you see this sign, it can be integrated with this particular sign here. Let me try and bring it down a bit. You can be with this particular sign. You can see it underneath that sign telling you of a turn. Okay, you can see just where they wrote it here, tornate. Now, you can see it under this particular Signale di Pericolo, telling you of a turn. Okay. In presenza dei segnali. Now, when you see this sign, in the presence of this sign, this segnale di pericolo, we are seeing segnale di pericolo. So, in the presence of this sign, è opportuno fare particolare attenzione ai veicoli provenienti da senso opposto. Now, you're opportune to pay particular attention to vehicles coming from the opposite direction. Okay, you know, it's a curve. Se posto su strada a doppio senso di circolazione e con due sole corsie, si deve circolare il più possibile vicino a margine destro. Now, when you see this sign for two-way circulation, doppio senso, okay, we get only two lanes for those where they go and those where they come. They're using one each. Now, when you see them for this kind of road, you have to move closely as possible to the margin of your right. Okay, you have to move closely as possible to the margin of your right when now only two lanes, and these two lanes they reserve for those where they go and those where they come. È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla visibilità. Now, it is necessary to regulate your velocity in reaction to your visibility. Okay, you need to regulate your velocity according to your visibility, how it is seen. Al raggio della curva per portarsi a restare in caso di ostacolo improvviso. Now, to enable you to be able to stop when necessary in case of a sudden obstacle, okay, so that you will stop when you need to stop. So moderate your speed. È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla condizione di carico dei veicoli. Now, when you see this particular sign telling you of a curve, you need to regulate your speed, okay, according to the load where you carry. So if you carry load, for instance, you still need to regulate your speed. È necessario percorrere la curva con più attenzione se la strada è bagnata. So it is necessary to drive on this curve with more attention if the road is wet. Now, if the road is wet, it's only the marshal to do a U-turn. Now, on this road, you're not allowed to do these 4 things. You're not allowed to stop, you're not allowed to park, you're not allowed to do with your marshal, which is a reverse, and you are not allowed to do a U-turn when you see a curve. Non è consentito il sorpasso se la carreggiata è a doppio senso di circolazione. Now, you're not allowed to overtake if the carriageway is a two-way circulation. È con due sole corsie. Two-way circulation with only 2 lanes, just like I said earlier. Now, when the road gets 2 lanes, the one for those who are going and the other one for those who are coming, that is what they call two-way circulation. So when this road now get this particular 2 lanes, you're not allowed to do overtaking. Because I mean, for curve, they reduce your visibility. So that kind of road, if you do overtaking, if not only 2 lanes, they there, because you will not be seeing your opposite, the vehicle coming from the opposite direction very well. Okay. Neanche se non si supererà la striscia bianca, ad esempio, per sorpassare un motociclo. So even if you know go cross this striscia bianca. Now, for example, this is 2 lane, right? People are using this one to go, and you on your own, you're coming with this one. Now, when you see this kind of 2 lanes, only these 2 lanes reserved for curve, you're not supposed to do overtaking. Even if you not go past this switch, say, now this your same lane, maybe you want to overtake Okada, bicycle, or bike, you want to overtake them. Say, okay, because I'm not going to enter this lane, let me overtake them on this same lane since they are small. No, don't do it on the curve. Okay? Can't do it. Si deve viaggiare ad andatura particolarmente moderata se ci circola con il ruotino, ruota di soccorso. So you must travel at a particular speed, okay? If you go with your emergency tire, your ruota di soccorso. È necessario spostarsi il più possibile al margine destro della carreggiata se la strada è a doppio senso con 2 sole corsie. Now, it is necessary to move closely as possible to the right-hand side of the carriageway if the road where you dey na 2-way circulation and only 2 corsia, just as seen in this diagram. 2-way circulation and na only 2 corsia dey. Some road, you go see say the corsia na 4, 2 for those where they go, 2 for those where they come. But when you see in this case, only 1 reserved for the both of them, okay? That is this case. So they're telling you that you cannot do overtaking and you should move to your right-hand side of the road, close to the margin. Close to the margin, they mean close to this margin. Now, you say, non è vero che posto su una strada a doppio senso di circolazione. So he said this road, this particular cover, a destra, this particular picture, he said, no, they true say that they put her only for 2-way circulation, guys. Okay. It is not true. That is being posted on 2-way circulation. So, no go facing only that 2-way circulation, where you have 2 lane go see for those who they come, those they come. If facing only 2-way circulation, that they post them. No. Okay. We get CURVA PERICOLOSO a sinistra. We have done the DESTRA. Now we are in CURVA PERICOLOSO a sinistra. Okay. Now this one they go to your left, just as you're seeing the diagram. Okay. È un segnale di pericolo che preannuncia. Now this one they tell you, segnale di pericolo, normally 150 ahead. Do not forget, guys. The norma a 150 metri, 150 ahead. Una curva pericoloso a sinistra, a dangerous curve at your left. ossia un tratto di strada non rettilineo pericoloso per ridotta visibilità. Now, it is not a straight road, okay? It's dangerous because it reduces your visibility. Può essere integrato con pannello con la scritta tornate. Now, if you see underneath them here, they will put one panel where they write tornate. They're going to spell it out like that, just like seen here. They might put this one underneath it, indicating tornate. In presenza del segnale, now in the presence of this sign, è opportuno fare particolare attenzione. You're opportune to pay particular attention ai veicoli provenienti da senso opposto, to vehicles coming from the opposite direction. Se posto su strada a doppio senso di circolazione. Now, if this particular sign is being placed at two-way circulation, è con due sole corsie and only two lanes, just like I told you in the right-hand side, they're just repeating it for the left side as well. Si deve circolare il più possibile vicino al margine destro. That means you have to move closely to the margin of your right-hand side. Okay? È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla visibilità e al raggio della curva per potersi arrestare in caso di ostacolo improvviso. It is necessary to regulate your speed and be ready to stop in case of a sudden obstacle. È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla condizione di carico dei veicoli. You also have to regulate your speed according to the load where you as a driver you carry for your vehicle. È necessario percorrere la curva con più attenzione se la strada è bagnata. Now, when the road is wet, you need to drive with particular speed and pay more attention. You have to pay more attention, okay? That's what it's telling you. Non è consentito effettuare fermata, sosta, manovra di retromarcia, invasioni di marcia. 4 things you cannot do. You cannot stop, you cannot park, you cannot do a reverse, and you cannot do a U-turn on a curva. Non è consentito il sorpasso se la carreggiata è a doppio senso di circolazione e con due sole corsie. Now, you know the truth, say if you do sorpasso, you are not allowed to do overtaking. If this carriageway now only 2 lanes there, and these 2 lanes, therefore one people there's not they go, the other people there's not they come, meaning it's only 2. You can't do overtaking in that kind of road. When you find yourself in a carriageway with only 2 lanes, one used for those who are going, the other one used for those who are coming, and you meet yourself in a curva, you cannot do sorpasso. Even if you will not pass the striscia bianca that separates you from the other people, that white line, even if you will not pass it, example, you want to overtake a motorcycle, a bicycle, no, you don't do that at all. Si deve viaggiare ad andatura particolarmente moderata se si circola con il ruota di soccorso. Now you have to travel, you have to drive with a particular moderate speed if you drive with your emergency tire. È necessario spostarsi il più possibile al margine destro della carreggiata se la strada è a doppio senso con 2 sole corsie. Now, when you still find yourself, just like I said earlier, for a carriage you will get only 2 lanes, you need to move closely to the right side, the margin of your driving lane, which is the right side, the margin. You need to move close to that place as possible because it's a curve, so you have to, move closer to the margin, so that you won't collide with those people coming from your senso opposto, your opposite direction. Non è vero che è posto su una strada a doppio senso di circolazione. In order to say that they put them for doppio senso di circolazione, meaning that you can't see it in one way. No, okay? Now we get doppia curva, la prima a destra. This one, they tell you of a double curve, the first one to your right, just as seen in this picture. Doppia curva, la prima a destra. Ok, guys? È un segnale di pericolo che preannuncia di norma 150 metri. Remember, segnale di pericolo tells you 150 ahead. Una doppia curva pericolosa, a double dangerous curve. DQ, la prima a destra, in which the first one to your right. o sia un tratto di strada non rettilineo pericoloso per ridotta visibilità, meaning that the road is not straight and they reduce your visibility. Ok? Può essere integrato con il pannello la scritta tonati per indicare la presenza di tonati. Now, you still find that tonati, that segnale di integrativo, pannello di integrativo, okay, where they go write down tonati to tell you of a tone that is there. Con il pannello estesa che indica estensioni di tratto pericoloso. Now, if you see with another pannello, the same pannello, we will just tell you the extension of this particular doppio curva, extension of this particular road. Con il pannello distanza che indica la distanza della zona pericolosa, we signal di distanza, where they tell you of a dangerous zone, okay? The distance of the signal di distanza will tell you the distance, signal di estensione, the extension, okay, of that particular road. Now, when you see like this picture over here to my left, it's telling you 32 metri. 32 meter, okay, is giving you the distance between where you're seeing this signale di pericolo to where you're going to start seeing the curva. Okay. Now, this one, you don't already see the curva. It's giving you the length, okay, of this particular road, meaning that 38 metri, the length. When you see this arrow, two at the side facing up, just as seen in this picture, two arrow by the two side facing up, it's telling you 38 meter, the longness. When you see only M with the number, no arrow, it's telling you the distance. Okay, when you meet two arrows by the side, it's telling you the longness. In presenza di segnale, now in the presence of this particular signal, è opportuno fare particolare attenzione ai veicoli provenienti da senso opposto. Now you're opportune to pay particular attention to vehicles coming from the opposite direction. Se posto su strada a doppio senso di circolazione e con due sole corsie, si deve circolare il più possibile vicino al margine destro. It's just repeating the same thing. You see why I'm telling you that it's not that hard. Okay, just to understand what it's trying to tell you, and you're good to go. So it's telling you that this road is put on a two-way circulation. If it is put on a two-way circulation that has two lanes, you must move to your right-hand side as possible. That's the margin of the road. È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla visibilità al raggio della curva per portarsi a restare in caso di ostacolo improvviso. So in case of a sudden obstacle, you have to be ready to stop if necessary. So you need to regulate your velocity, your speed. È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla condizione di carico dei veicoli. Now you need to regulate your speed again according to the load with your vehicle carry. È necessario percorrere la curva con più attenzione se la strada è bagnata. Now, when the road is wet, you need to drive with more attention. Non è consentito effettuare fermata, sosta, manovra di retromarcia, inversione di marcia, 4 things you shouldn't do. You cannot stop, you cannot park, you cannot do a reverse, and you cannot do a U-turn on that kind of a curva. Non è consentito il sorpasso se la carreggiata è a doppio senso di circolazione, è con due sole corsie. So you're not allowed to do overtaking for this kind of road. If you meet this carriage, you say only two lanes the inside, one for those who are going, the other one used for those who are coming. When you find yourself in this kind of road, please do not do an overtaking. Anche se non si superare la striscia bianca, ad esempio, per sorpassare un motociclo, even if you don't go past that white line to overtake, example, a motorcycle, say, okay, because I won't cross the white line that separates me and these other people, I can do overtaking since it's just like a bicycle by the side, okay, or a motorcycle, I can actually overtake them, even on that lane. Don't do it, okay? Si deve viaggiare ad una natura particolarmente moderata se ci circola con il ruota di soccorso. And when you travel to emergency tire, you need to drive with a particular moderate speed. È necessario spostarsi il più possibile al margine destro della carreggiata se la strada è a doppio senso con due sole corsie. Now, when the carriageway is two-way circulation with only two lanes, you still need to move as possible as to your margin, your right margin of the road, okay? Then the last but not the least, we have doppia curva, la prima a sinistra. We've done the one la prima a destra. Now this one, la prima a sinistra. Un segnale di pericoli, normally il segnale di pericolo 150 ahead it warns you of this danger. Che preannuncia di norma 150 metri. Una doppia curva pericoloso, a two curve that is dangerous. The Q, la prima a sinistra, in which the face goes to your left. Ossia un tratto di strada non rettilineo pericoloso per ridotto visibilità. Now, the road not the street and it's dangerous because they reduce your visibility. Può essere integrato, again, it can be integrated, con pannello con la scritta tornati. With that pannello di integrativo, I showed you earlier this video that they wrote tornati, you can see it, per indicare la presenza di tornati, to tell you the presence of a turn. Con il pannello estesa che indica estensioni di tratto pericoloso, ifissia with pannello estesa, to tell you the length, okay, the longness of that particular dangerous road. Con il pannello distanza che indica la distanza da zona pericoloso, where they tell you the distance from where you see this sign to where this particular dangerous road starts from. Just as in this picture, guys. Now, when you see this one, the road 32 meters, right? This is telling you the distance from where you're seeing it to where that road starts. Now, when you see this one, where they put two arrows by the side, it's telling you the longness. That's the difference. Okay, you will not see this arrow here because here it's telling you the meter. And when you see these two arrows by the side, it's telling you 38 meters is the longness of this particular road. Hope you're following, guys. In presenza di segnale, now in the presence of this, now when you see this particular road for two-way circulation with only two lanes, just like I said earlier, you need to move to your margin of the road, okay, the right margin of the road, because it's a curva, so that you won't collide with other vehicles coming from your opposite direction. È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla visibilità al raggio della curva per potersi arrestare in caso di un ostacolo improvviso. Now, you need to regulate your speed to be able to stop if necessary in case of a sudden obstacle on this particular road, okay? È necessario regolare la velocità in relazione alla condizione di carico dei veicoli. You need to regulate your speed according to the load where you carry. Ok. È necessario percorrere la curva con più attenzione se la strada è bagnata. You must do what is necessary for you to drive on this curve with more attention if the road is wet, guys. Non è consentito effettuare fermata, sosta, manovra di retromarcia, inversione di marcia. Now for this road, you're not allowed to stop, to park, to do a reverse, or to do a U-turn. Inversione di marcia, a U-turn, retromarcia, reverse, fermata, stop, sosta, parking. You can't do this on this road, okay? Lastly, se non è consentito il sorpasso, se la carreggiata è a doppio senso di circolazione e con due sole corsie, né anche se non si supera l'altrice bianca, ad esempio, per sorpassare un motociclo. Now, you're not allowed to overtaking in this kind of road. Carreggiata, we get two lanes. Two lanes, those who are coming are using one, those who are going are using one. You are not allowed to do overtaking this road, even if you will not go beyond your strisce bianca. I'm trying to see if I can get that particular picture. Okay, this is it. For example, this is the carriageway, okay? Here to here, makes up a carriageway. Now you have two lanes inside your carriageway. In this kind of road, you're not allowed to do overtaking. Even if you will not cross from your lane to the other people's lane, maybe you'll see a bike and you want to overtake a bike on a curve, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't overtake the bike on the curve. okay? Even if you won't go across this other people's lane to overtake and come back. Don't do it. Okay, guys, we have come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you watched up to now, I love you. You are the real G. Thank you. God bless you for watching. Hope you understand. If there's any question you want to ask, please leave it in the comment section and I'll be willing to answer you. Okay. And then any other thing you want me to do for you, also leave it in the comment section. I'm here. I got your back. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share my video, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.